They say curiosity killed the cat, but in my case, it was a literal stroke of luck. That's how I found the journal, shoved behind a loose brick in the fireplace of my late grandmother's house. It contained no words, only these strange symbols and diagrams, along with what looked like half-finished notes written in a language I didn't recognize. But there was something about the faded ink and smell of aged paper that told me this was no ordinary book. As I carefully turned each brittle page, I felt a growing sense of excitement mixed with trepidation. What I was about to uncover would change everything I thought I knew about my family and about history itself. The journal seemed to be filled with some kind of secret code. Each symbol was accompanied by a series of numbers, seemingly random, yet there had to be a pattern somewhere. The answer, I was sure of it, lay hidden in plain sight. It was a matter of finding the right key to unlock the secrets within. What if this journal held the key to an even greater mystery? A hidden society, secret tunnels, perhaps even buried treasure. The more I thought about it, the more intrigued I became. Suddenly, the flickering candlelight seemed to dance with hidden meanings, and the dusty library where I sat felt charged with untold stories. I started with the basics, simple substitution ciphers where each letter stood for another. I tried common letter frequencies, mapping the most frequent symbols to E, T, and A, but nothing seemed to make sense. Frustrated, I was about to give up when I remembered the old maps I'd found tucked away in the attic. They contained similar symbols, but what if they weren't just symbols, but coordinates? Could this journal lead to a physical location? The thought sent a thrill down my spine, and I raced back to the attic, determined to find any similarities between the map symbols and those in the journal. After hours of poring over old, brittle pages, I finally found what I was looking for. Several of the symbols matched exactly. It was a breakthrough, but it raised more questions than it answered. Why did these maps have secret symbols? And what did they mean? As I delved deeper into the mystery, I uncovered a hidden world that had been carefully concealed for centuries. I followed the coded clues, each one leading me closer to the heart of the puzzle. One clue led to a puzzling riddle, its answer revealing the next location. Another pointed to a secret letter hidden in an old painting, its contents describing a secret meeting place. The trail led me through the city's oldest library, where I met a quirky, bespectacled man who seemed to know more about the city's history than anyone else. He was the only person who could help me decipher the riddles and solve the puzzles that guarded the hidden cipher. But his knowledge came at a price, and soon I found myself caught in a web of deceit and danger. Each clue I solved brought me closer to the truth, but it also put me in greater peril. Was I close enough to unravel the grand conspiracy that had been concealed for centuries? The closer I got to the truth, the more dangerous things became. Someone or something wanted me to stop, to keep the past buried. But I couldn't turn back. Now I was too deep into this mystery. I had to know the truth. As I raced against time to solve the final riddle, I realized the stakes were higher than I could have imagined. This secret society wasn't just a group of history buffs. They were hiding something sinister, something that threatened the very fabric of our world. And then it hit me. The secret they were hiding wasn't in the past. It was here all along, hidden in plain sight. With a jolt, I understood. This secret society wasn't just a relic of the past. It was alive and well, operating in the shadows of our modern world. And I had stumbled upon their most closely guarded secret. The final confrontation was inevitable. They had me trapped, but I had one last trick up my sleeve. I played my final card, hoping it would be enough to outsmart my pursuers. In a moment of desperation, I made my move. The chase was on. I raced through the labyrinthine streets, adrenaline pumping, heart pounding in my chest. Suddenly I heard a loud crash behind me. They were close, too close. I risked a quick glance over my shoulder and gasped. It was the old librarian. He had followed me. But why? Had he been helping me all along? Or was he part of the conspiracy? I burst through the ancient doors of the cathedral, its towering spires piercing the sky. Here in the shadow of the great clock tower, I had to make a choice. Would I expose the society's secrets and risk the consequences? Or would I let the truth lie dormant forever? There was no easy answer. The weight of the decision pressed down on me, heavy and suffocating. Then, as if sensing my turmoil, the old librarian stepped forward. His eyes, pools of ancient wisdom, seemed to pierce the veil of secrecy. "The truth," he whispered, his voice echoing the solemnity of the cathedral, "is not always what we seek, but what finds us." His words hung in the air, a cryptic message that resonated deep within my soul. With newfound clarity, I made my choice. I would unveil the truth, no matter the cost. And so I began to expose the hidden cipher, its secrets seeping into the light of day. The implications were staggering. The secret society, once shrouded in enigma, was now laid bare. Their plans, their history, their very existence, all brought to the surface. But as the truth unraveled, I knew this was only the beginning. For every secret revealed, there were more lurking in the shadows, waiting to be uncovered. And so the mystery deepened, pulling me into its enigmatic embrace. If you enjoyed this episode, please subscribe for more thrilling adventures and join me in the comments below. What secrets do you think the hidden cipher revealed? Let your imagination run wild and share your theories.